Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Motorsport Manager. We are in our second season of the World Motorsport Championship, the top league of our challenge. We are about to start the second half of this second season. We've got eight races in the books and eight to go. So as of right now, our goal was to get ninth, only because the options were seventh, ninth, and 10th. If I had eighth, I would have picked eighth. I would have thought seventh might have been a little bold. I might have been wrong because we're currently fourth. So let's see how things go from there. We're still trying to make our car a little bit better. We're actually up to seventh on the car. For a while there, we were 10th. Drivers are ninth. We're doing okay. There's a few calculation things that are going a little bit weird, but we'll see if those continue today. It looks like it's going to be stormy on race day. All right, let's get into our mail. Car conditions, interview. We'll take the interview. She's an excellent driver, 29 years old. Pretty good driver overall. She now would be open to discussing with us. So I think it's always good to have those options. So we'll go ahead and keep doing that where we can. Do I have a burnt out pit crew? Let's check out the mistakes. Mistake percentages are starting to go up quite a bit, actually. We're kind of slim pickings on some of these. The 0% is obviously better than, say, the 0.8. But then the 0.6 is about as good as it's going to get right there. Okay, so we'll go with that. Let's move a 19 up to there. We have a 19 and a 19 here. And then we have a 20 and a 16. Actually, that turned out halfway decent. 15 or higher in every slot. That's not too bad. Is our burnt out person now officially gone? They are officially gone and probably not going to come back anytime soon. So we're going to go ahead and fire them. And then we'll go see if we can hire us a decent replacement. We don't want the 89. Really rather not have the 90, if I must be honest, but maybe about our, 90, 91, 92 is our only options anyway. So this one's got two 13s, tires, rear jack. Nothing on fixing, but I think we'll go ahead and grab this person. It's not amazing, but they should come in, what, 16s? Yeah, okay. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's at least something, and this is just kind of the new state of things. We had some good pit crew for a while. We swapped out our race mechanic that was really good on pit stuff, and this is what we have to deal with. So that's all right. All right. Let's get the car pairs done so we can see what's going on there. We're about to finish our front wing design. Looks like we have some new sponsors coming in. So let's check out what we're improving. So we are continuing to improve the engines, which I think is a great idea. And we got this new front wing that we're improving. That's good as well. We can come off a little bit on that. I mean, honestly, we don't need to go that high. I mean, something like that's probably going to be fine because this will be high enough. I mean, the engines, I guess, the higher I can get them, the better. But I think this is going to be a decent balance to get some more performance plugged in. Yeah, I mean, I think there's really nothing else to do except wait for this front wing to come in. I think this is the only other front wing we're going to make because our options are very, very poor on our front wing designs. Lots of risky parts, which I'm trying to avoid. Do I want to choose a vote? Um, um, I feel like there's got to be something we can pick up that would be good for us. Points for top 10. Virtual safety car only. Interesting. All right, so I mean, longer practice sessions would help us lock those in a little bit quicker, especially get the qualifying stuff. So that's a tempting one. I don't care about the race length. I don't care about the track layouts, tracks, anything like that. I mean, I'm okay with the way they are. Pit stops is fine. Very high merit payments. Something like this might be worthwhile. Because this could get us a little bit more money if we are actually starting to do better. Double points, I don't care about that. Bonus points for fast lap. I mean, it's nice, but not critical. Tires, I don't really care about. I can work with whatever they give us because at least puts us all on equal footing. Pun intended, I guess. I wish there were more tire choices, but I don't know if that's super critical either. Refueling. The refueling bands are interesting, but I like the dynamics it gives us. Driver aids allowed. No, I like the driver skill thing, I think. Spec engines, I mean, I could do spec parts, but I just feel like the top league, I mean, spec parts seems a bit cheap for the top league, if you ask me. I feel like we need the complexity of having to do all the parts. Random grids I don't like necessarily. Yeah, no qualifying. I like the qualifying. I think the qualifying's fine. Split phases is interesting. Race sprinklers is very interesting. Randomly decided, yeah, that would be crazy. And there's no way. No, that would be crazy. Promotion, bonus payments. Oh, wow, that would have been nice coming in. Last place, energy recovery, advanced CRS, hybrid mode, standing base, rolling start, weight stripping. Weight stripping. So I think the things that we would want are either weight stripping or different merit payment stuff. I mean, weight stripping can really start to give us an edge because we got nurse. That's really going to help us out a lot. Let's put weight stripping back in. I like it. Let's propose weight stripping. I think that can give us a bit of an edge. Wow, this is pretty rough. I mean, I like the upfront payment here, but I don't like the 9 races. Let's just do the 4 race one. No upfront payment, but surely we can get 10th and above. Alright, there's our front wing. So, as just a confirmation, there really is no other good front wing. Like, even that, like, we just did that right there, right? Like, that's all we just did. There's literally, I mean, none of these are very good. None of these are very good, especially with that weight stripping. So, yeah. Done on the front wing. Okay. So then it comes down to either the brakes or the rear wing. Let's go brakes. See if we get anything good here. We're in the red zone. Just helps us use that part earlier. Just to get us to the next part. I think that's going to be okay. Alright, so we got this new front wing in here. We'll plug that in as well. I'm not going to worry about the performance just yet, although I do need to. I just want to get the engines maxed out as much as possible. So I'm going to start kind of evening these things out a bit more. Did we just finish a building? We must have, right? Was it the brakes? Really? One of the buildings. I forget which one. But yeah, nice. Next upgrade would cost us, if we're going to kind of go in order of like cheapest, would be this 10 mil simulator, which would give us rear wing legendaries, which would be pretty crazy. We'll come back to that. Or again, I could start saving up for the factory stuff. Brakes. Definitely want another set of brakes right away. Now this one might actually be one we want to work with. An extra 5 days just to get 40. It's crazy. But I feel like we need to, right? We could go up to weight to risky. parts later. Oh, reliability is pretty crazy. We'll do this for now. And we'll come back and see if we see anything good later. Alright, so we do have this new, what was it? I just did brakes. Really not any better than what we got right now, like from the get-go. So unless we improve the performance, it's not going to be any better. But I guess we can start improving the performance a little bit. This front wing might not be ready enough. These engines are at 80%. We can work with 80% for now. We just want to trim this back a little bit. Actually, the 70% on this front wing is actually pretty good too. All right, I'll go with something like this. It's going to at least get us some performance improvements on some of these. We'll see if that works out to our benefit or not. Honestly, though, this brake, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about the brake because I'm hoping we create 2 more brakes, and that'll take care of that. All right, we'll go something like this. At least getting us a few more points here. We got 9 days. He's going to get what? Almost 3%. So that's probably about 25% maybe. 72 maybe? 70%, something like that. In that ballpark, which should make this worthwhile to use, especially with our guy with the nurse. 70% is a pretty good spot. I mean, sometimes they can get low enough that they start dropping off, but it's pretty close. New vote started. Weight stripping. I mean, obviously we paid $1 million for this vote, so we definitely want this vote. There's definitely 3 people for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 people against. So we definitely want to counteract those 6 people. I'm just hoping they don't have a whole bunch of voting power themselves that can skew this. Okay, we got a couple more voting power on our side. All right, that's good. I think we'd be shocked if they have enough to win this. Okay, there's an abstain. That's okay. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Easy. In fact, we didn't even need our voting power because those are the guys that did voting power. But that's all right. We still have a lot of voting power, I think. Don't we? We have probably... we've only got 3 more, but still, it's something that if we see something else we want, we can go for it. So yeah, weight stripping. The fact that we have nurse staff is going to be helpful for that. Hopefully we can get... I mean, she's very close to being able to get that on this one. And that will definitely help us get a little bit more of an edge next season. All right, 40% chance of rain, 22 lap race. Alrighty, let's get into this. Well, 10th or above. I think that's going to be okay. Poor Ashley's still hating her parts. This is the way it is, I suppose. That looks good. That looks good. 69 is pretty good. And obviously I'd like it to be a little bit better, but I think that's going to be fine. Worst case, we have to repair it, but front wing repairs relatively quickly. She's finally content, which is insane. She still thinks her car is worse than his, but oh well. At least it's something. Unexplainable, but what are you going to do? Reserve drivers will gain a morale boost if you promote them to a main driver, while main drivers will take a large morale hit if they demoted to reserve. That makes sense. It's raining on practice day. It's going to slow down our tire progression. Although if it's going to be raining on race day, honestly, the only thing we use the tires for, that I care about the tires for the most part, is qualifying. Whatever's closest to the middle, probably relatively centered, and then kind of further to the, honestly, leave those two probably where they're at, leave those two probably where they're at, and then these two can shift over to the left a little bit. Tire choice, we're going to go back to super softs just because, I mean, it's, you got to try and get some points on it. Something like that. Can we get enough? Take practice. Race trim. Race trim. Sure is wet out there. Hey, we already got excellent on that top one. I bet he's pretty close to excellent as well because I assumed it was going to be very close to where they were touching. Poor. Ooh, this could be either left or right. Very poor, at least we'd know that one's got to be this way. Because there's just, I don't think there's enough room for a very poor that way. Poor could be either way. So let's go one way and we'll find out. And if it's the other way, then we know it's probably right there on the edge. So actually this does help us. It's only good, but it's got to be close. Handling, I'm just going to go, again, pick a direction. And then speed balance, same kind of thing. We're going to pick a direction and see what happens. I think we picked the wrong direction for the handling, which is okay. Just went from poor to very poor, but I just mean, like I said, it's got to be like right here on the edge. And then we went from very poor to okay. So we do know we picked the right direction for speed balance. Something like that. So good to excellent, perfect. Good to great, teeny bit more handling. And then poor to good, bit more speed balance. Maybe something like that. That might be too much, but we'll try that. You can stay up for a bit longer this time. There we go. That's not too bad. So to hit great. My suspicion is it's probably just a smidge more the other direction. So probably what we want to do is just a bit of that. Maybe just a little bit more because 5% is, you know, a decent margin. We are going to go still back on our race trim, all as well. Just barely, I think, going to get the race trim here. Honestly, we may just leave you both out for now. Try to get the tires locked in as much as possible. On the off chance that we get to use them. I mean, we're the top two just because we're the only ones that's been out on real tires, so to speak. Not going to quite get 3 on super softs, but that's alright. Let's get something from it. Yeah, longer practice sessions would be useful. Be able to lock in max level qualifying as well as max level racing. That would be very, very nice. So it is going to be raining a little bit on qualifying day. We'll see if that affects what we're doing. Okay, it's going to be raining the entire time. So there you go. Literally the tire things does not help us at all. We'll just plug something in because why not? We did get boosted up to 95. So if we do just a smidge more, that should get us pretty close. And that looks good. I'm sure you're going to change tires in a second, but that's okay. You got boosted up to 98. It's not bad. And we will simulate the session. About to switch to wets. Which means a lot of these people aren't probably going to get much faster than they already are. Like, this is probably as fast as most people were. It's going to be really hard for them to get fast. Yeah, I mean, as soon as you get done with the inners, that's basically your lock-in times. So ninth, I mean, at least we got sponsor objective. We got a little bit of money. Not much, but something. It's definitely raining on race day. So this is going to be really where it comes into play. How much does this affect our overall strategy? Being able to see the whole race day is really solid. Oh, it is so tempting to, yeah, start on super softs. And just burn through that little bit there and then be on super softs for the most of the rest of it. Looks like the actual real rain won't start till lap 16. So how does that affect us? We did boost you up to 98. Nice. So lap 16. Kind of want to get, you know, at least 15 laps before we switch over to those wets for that last little bit. So something tells me we might want to just go to softs. Push those as far as we can. I mean, we may get 15 laps out of them, which is a little bit early, but should be okay. Could just do the mediums, but let's just do the softs. Fuel's going to stay. All that's going to be fine. Same for you, I'm assuming. Well, yeah, I mean, it has to be. Yeah. So do the softs for you as well. So knowledge will be definitely nurse, definitely race trim. And intermediate's not going to matter. Like, none of this matters. I mean, I'll plug in intermediates. I mean, there's no reason we're not going to go. We're going to go wets, but that's okay. I'll do this. You know what? Just on the off chance that for some reason I'm off on my math, and we do have to at least do super sauce for like a couple laps, we'll do that. I don't think we'll use them though. We're going to start off pretty aggressive just for the first lap at least, but we do need to cut it back pretty quickly. About half the people are in super softs, a few of the people are in mediums, and a couple people in softs like us. We'll lose a little bit of time here in the wet. What's the temperature? Pretty decently warm, I suppose. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just drop all the way down to neutral at this point. I don't want to push him any more than I have to. And we probably will go down to conserve here in just a moment as well. I really need these tires to last as long as possible. Looks like even on medium, or neutral, whatever, it's still going up a bit. So going down to conserve should drop it slightly. Also preserve the tires as much as possible. And really, there's nothing else to do. Let's just speed this a little bit up. Drivers are dropping back, but yeah. We'll be alright. Starting to dry out. This middle section here. To be a little careful with the engines. We only got them up to 80%. And Liversedge is really advancing pretty quickly. He's kind of becoming almost a better driver than Wilson is at this point. Tires are cooling off a bit, but not too much. So I'm hoping these guys will switch to the wrong tires for a bit. And then And then that'll gain us a little bit of time because of their extra pit that they're having to do. Right, let's drop down to neutral. Drop down to neutral. Yeah, there's a group that just had to pit right there. And they're coming out on another set of tires, but they're going to have to pit again here in a minute to get on the wets. We're almost at that lap 15 that I wanted to get to. Second and fourth. Not too bad. Oh. I was not thinking about the fact that they would run out of fuel before. That means they both have to pit right now. I was not... No, I've never had to worry about the fuel in all this time. So I was not even thinking about it. Whoops. You can go down at medium. You're going to be fine. You have to go down to low and hope that you can make it. They're going to be stacked up in pit too. All right. Well, Liver's Edge gets to go first because he is the lead. Well, whatever gain we thought we were going to make from being in the right strategy, we just lost because I was not paying attention to the fuel. I haven't had to pay attention to the fuel this whole season. I just was not even thinking about it. What's the condition? Your condition's going to be fine, I think. So I think we can push pretty hard with you. So we're going to want, at least 10 laps to go red for most of it. Maybe you have to go orange for 2 laps, but that's about it. I don't want to carry around a whole half a tank of fuel for no reason, so we'll go with that. No, this looks good. Any parts that I need to try and repair a little bit? I mean, the engine's the only other one that would be logical. We'll do that one. Even though he's got nurse, we'll just do it just to try and get something going there. And then we have to pitch you too. Whoops. I mean, is it at all possible? No, there's no way it's possible that you can get, if we drop you down a low, that you can get another lap in, right? I'm going to let it play out till right before pit stop. Because I think it's 0.7. Yeah, there's no way. Okay. So you have to go in. You're going to be slowed. I am sorry. It is what it is. You probably are not going to be out. You're going to have to go down to at least orange at best. So that's going to be, what, 9 laps? We will try to fix your front wing. Can't touch your engine. All this looks fine. Go fast. I'm very sorry. You're going to be delayed by 6 seconds, Wilson. It's all on me. %100% on me. At least it's starting to rain. Wilson's not going to be happy, but what you going to do? All right, so you can go up to overtake. That was the plan. Actually, we're going to go high because it's not quite wet enough, and we're only going to go neutral for right now. You're going to go high because that's well, we'll do medium and neutral. So we're going to go 1 level below what we want to do, just for, you know, a couple laps until it gets wet enough to actually matter. In fact, we can even go down to conserve, I think, just to make sure that we're conserving the tires as much as possible. Really just settle in here. Very, very sorry, Wilson. That was really very much on me. Once we get past about the halfway point, we can start pushing it a little more. Really just trying to play it easy here. A bunch of people are going to be on the wrong tires, so hopefully we're going to start gaining on them a little bit here in a minute. Well, they're about to get out ahead of us. No, we didn't gain as much as I would hope we would. To be fair, we came out on the wets a little sooner than I wanted to. All right, there we go. So now we're in a good spot to start pushing a little bit more. You're going to be able to go up to high and push, I hope. Not very well, but we're going to try. Tires should be fine. It's really just about the engines. Your engine's going to be perfectly fine, I think. You are going to be struggling. Yeah, Wilson's just not going to be able to get back in this. Not with the mistakes we made. I mean, at least Liver's Edge is going to be in a good position to get us, hopefully, sponsor money. Whew, lightning. This one's really struggling. I mean, we'll drop you down to medium, but I don't know if that's going to make much difference. Wilson's going to be pretty unhappy, lose some morale again. It is what it is. I mean, 8th, I'm okay with. Hers should have been a little bit higher up, obviously. I mean, she lost, what, at least 6 seconds? So she probably should have been at least 10th or above if it wasn't for the stacking and the pit crew. But, you know, 8th. I don't know. That could have been much faster. If we'd been monitoring the health, the fuel a little bit better, then maybe we could have gone another lap or so on those slicker tires before we need to switch to the wet. So that might have gained us a little bit of time. Still 4th place, and actually, I think we gained a little bit on Windsor, so really, honestly, overall, not a bad race. It just could have been better. I think that's the thing. Not a bad race, could have been better. She's going to be pretty unhappy, right? She dropped down a few more percentage points. Yeah, well, only 4%. That's not too bad. He's still gaining. Looking halfway decent. A little bit of money. There's our brakes. All right, let's go check out these brakes. Get some new brakes on here. So that one, and not sure. I'm just gonna plug one thing in just to see what's down here. Oof, there are some good ones down here. There's some pretty good ones. Plus the produce extra part. I mean, we might be able to get some really nice brakes if we play this right. Well, that means if these are just going to be paths to whatever's next, then I don't really care what they are. Whatever's going to be the quickest. So none of these really matter. None of these two have increased time, so we'll go with that one. None of these really matter. We're not going to take the extra $1 million. We'll just go with that one. I mean, there's risky parts. We're not going to be using them. But it does open up the possibility of going down here. I'll say Ashley. Give her a little bit of a boost. But Liver's Edge is actually catching up pretty quickly. I mean, he's going to be an amazing driver when we're all done with him, I think, if we can keep him happy. Obviously, Alonso needs to go away at some point. Still don't want to break his contract. It's too expensive. Yeah, stop telling me you're listening to offers if you're not going to go take one. Okay, we can't change anything with that yet, so we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's go check out our pit crew. We'll do it after maybe this next race. We'll have to try to remember to renew everybody. You know what? Actually, never mind. Let's just renew everybody now before I forget. Because at least we'll get them to the end of the season. All right, gets everybody on the same page. 1.2%. Have a 1%. There's a couple of points at 0.9. So definitely the 0.9 needs to come out. One of the 0.8s can come out. And the other 0.8 can come out. And that's about as good as it's going to get, man. We're still getting some mistake chances, which is rough, but what can you do? Wish we could have a bigger bench, but we can't. Let's see. So front jack, got two 19s at the moment. We'll stick with that for the moment. There's a 20 tires, and then, or not tires, refueling. There's that one, so this 19 can swap to there because that will give us an 18. Oh, this 20 needs to swap up. Never mind. Oh, but that gives us a 6. Guess we'll do that. And that's as good as it's going to get. Yep. Not great on the fixing, but at least it's something. Yep, looks good. All right, let's get the repairs done. We can check out this new part. Faucet. Alright, what was it we just built? We built brakes, right? Yeah, okay. So these are actually going to be halfway decent brakes. But we're still trying to make really good brakes. So I still think we hold off on doing anything with these. Yeah, I think that's okay. As it stands right now, I mean, this front wing is almost where I want it. So probably what I'm going to do is, well, definitely want to bring the engines back. I still would like to get those a little bit higher. Anything else that's kind of low? I mean, this front wing's a little bit low, but again, front wings are so easy to repair. I mean, it's an opportunity for mistake, but I don't really care about these brakes either if we're going to swap them out here shortly. Those two are fine. The 80% are pretty solid. I like that this one can only go to 80, but this one, no, they both can only go to 80. Okay, this one's just not technically there, I guess. Those two can only go to 80 as well, so those are technically capped out as well. And we can get a little bit higher on the gearboxes, but 90% is pretty solid. It's probably the other front wing. Just get as much as we can on the engines in the front wing at this point until we get the brakes in. That's about all we can do. Keep working on the performance on this as much as we can. Honestly, if we get those front wings to about 75%, I'll probably drop them off. That's pretty good. 78% is good enough. So we'll plug in onto those a little bit. Spread a little bit more over to the performance side. In fact, we'll start probably favoring the performance side slightly. Get those engines maxed out as quickly as possible. No chance of rain, 29 lap race. I'm trying to get us, well, I'm going to get a new engine, but I've got some engines coming in. There's our brakes. All right. New brakes. So this opens up down to here, which is some good stuff. We could also get the extra part. And do we have, which one's the one we have? That's gearbox. So Epic is the highest we can go on brakes. Could get the brakes, you know, max out the performance though. Get that last bottom thing there. Maybe we just get a really good part for next season with this set. Who cares about, you know, whatever's going to be the top. Looks like 40 days. That's going to take a little bit longer, but it's going to give us a decent part for next season. I mean, I guess this is technically something for next season. It's not much. And then, yeah, we just go with the plus 60, right? And that opens up all the way down to here, which means we could, it won't be able to get this row, but we can get a really decent part that we get 2 of them that are already max upgraded. Maybe that's worth it. Probably be something like maybe the risky part, that, or it's hard to say actually. What would be better? This would give us 40, or I could just do that, this one, and gets us 40. So this actually gives us 40 for a cheaper price because this gives us 15. So we wouldn't have to worry about the risk level. And then we get an extra part and we get max performance. What would this be, just out of curiosity? If we did this, that gives us up to a 756. So 756. We'll see here in a second what that looks like. Yeah, but this is gonna be our part for next season. Wow, 115. 50% extra red zone. That's insane. It's an extra 90. Goodness. I forget what I said. I'll be honest. What was I gonna say? 756. That's right. Okay. 756. 756. So this becomes the best part we can do right now to get us to this one. Okay. 756. That's a pretty big boost over what we got. So yeah, if we can get that locked in, that'll be amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the 678. Risk medium though. Oof. I don't think anything changed yet, right? Yeah, we still got those. Still got those. Still got that. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, 2 max upgraded 756 brakes. Should be pretty good. I thought it was raining for a second. I was like, what? Raining in Phoenix? Grab you two. Honestly, kind of where they're at. To the middle, to the left. Kind of where they're at. So just change the handling. Not a bad start. I think it goes potentially to the right, right? Because this was to the left, to the right. I can't remember. We'll try to the right first. Not that much, just a little bit. Handling, yeah, probably to the left, maybe. Let's do the speed balance first. Probably to the right a bit. Try something like that. Maybe something like that. It's a pretty high speed track, so I'm assuming it's going to go towards the high speed. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Wow. Oh, you know what? I went the wrong way. That's why. No, I didn't. Yeah. Less downforce is more high speed. I actually expected it to go up that way. That's alright. Something like that. Great to great. Okay to great. So definitely want speed bounce to go the other way. No idea on the handling. Just something like that. Not that much on the speed balance. Maybe something like that. Am I picking the wrong direction? I probably am, aren't I? I'm going to take a hint off of her and assume it was actually the other direction. And then good to great. So a smidge more. Okay to great. A smidge more. Something like that. That's better. Okay to great. Still great. So maybe we just didn't do enough on the speed balance. Something like that, maybe. Leave them both out for a bit. Triple excellent. Nice. 99. I like it. Triple excellent. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together, as they say. Go with that. Go with that. We're going to get a little bit of qualifying here. At least for level 1. I don't think we'll get level 2, but at least level 1. We're going to be close on level 2. And some of that depends on if they get across the line before you know, the timer comes up and stuff like that. Oh, they both came in. Never mind. I only sent them out for 1 lap. That's my fault. I don't think they would have gotten it still with 1 more lap, but that's okay. Not the greatest showing, to be honest, but it's just practice. Just get 10th or above, get a little bit of money, pay for all these parts we're building. No rain as expected. Yeah, we'll go super soft qualifying. Super soft qualifying. Car setup's not going to change. Come on, just get 10th or above. I'll be happy with that. It's starting to drop off a bit. Come on, hold on to that 10th or above, guys. Come on. Said slipped just below, but Wilson got it. Nice. Good job, Wilson. All right, what are we going to run today? Let's see. 29 laps, no rain. We can't run super softs and mediums. We'd have to run softs and mediums to get 29. Without some major, you know, trim back. So we're going to do softs and mediums. So liver stage is going to start on the mediums. And she's going to start off on the softs. So then we'll go to knowledge. And definitely nurse and race trim. Her, I guess we'll do softs and race trim. At least it's something. It'd be a little more, you know, not necessarily aggressive, but just we don't have to be as cautious with the tires with this setup, with this plan. Bunch of people on super softs. I'm hoping that means they have to pit an extra time, or yeah, probably that's what that means. All right, guys, come on. Let's zip through this. Not a lot that we're gonna have to do here. We'll go ahead and go down to push, push. Pretty warm day, isn't it? Oh, very hot day. So definitely neutral is not going to be good enough. We're going to have to go down to conserve here very soon. Does he have enough fuel to get as far as I want him to? I think so. We'll have to try to keep an eye on his fuel better this time, though. Oh, sorry, buddy. At least he gave us a message. Tire's about to get hot, so let's go down to conserve. Hopefully it's dropping now. It'd be funny if it was not dropping even with conserve. Now it's coming down. 7th and 10th, I mean, it's respectable. 4th, 5th, okay. Alright, let's get the tire message from Wilson here in a moment. Okay, we'll go ahead and pit you. And 17 laps left. Should be perfect for mediums. 17 would be what? 19.1, right? 7 times. No, that's not right. Goodness, I'm terrible at math. I'm actually not bad at math. I just, for some reason, sitting here on the spot, it's very hard for me to... Oh, I know what it was. It's 19.1 plus, I forgot the 3 from the yeah, okay. 7 times 3 is 2.1. But there's also the 10, which is an extra 3. So it's a 5.1 addition on top of the 17. So 22.1. So we'll go 22. I mean, her engine's not amazing, so maybe it's too much fuel, because she may have to go down to medium, but we'll go with it for now. We're going to go up to push for now. No, you're good on fuel. I mean, engine is dropping pretty aggressively, don't get me wrong. So maybe we did put too much fuel in there. That's unfortunate. Alright, there's your pit command. It's going to be able to go to softs, definitely. 12 laps. So we'll go about 15. We'll go about 16. 12th. I mean, they're doing all right. As long as we get somebody above 10th, I'll be pretty happy with that. Call that good enough. Safety car. Oh no. I don't think we want to touch it. I think we've got a plan. And our plan is still... I mean, the only thing I would do is take fuel out of her car, honestly. But we do need to go down low to back up for the duration of the safety car, though. A few other people did pit in for some faster tires, which, you know, I could have. But... no, I think we've got a plan. I think we're going to try and stick to it. Just one lap of double red. Alright, we'll drop him down to... let's drop you down a push for now. And high for you. Sorry you're carrying all that extra fuel around. I mean, the engine's surviving. So maybe we can go up to overtake with her. For the last lap. Lever switch, come on buddy. Hang in there, my friend. I got... no, we're gonna drop down to third. Probably gonna drop down to fourth, it looks like. Nope, he got third. That's good. Wilson dropped down pretty heavily though. That's rough. I mean, it's just carrying too much fuel around. 5 laps of fuel. I should have just gone orange with her. I just need, until she gets nursed, I have to go to orange. I just need to make that a common thing. Thought we could push a little bit further that time with a little bit more reliability in our engine, but no. So yeah, carrying on 5 laps of fuel is what? It's like a second per lap or something like that, isn't it? Or maybe not that much, maybe a half second, something crazy. But got a podium, got some points. I mean, from a team standpoint, that was a well-executed race. From an individual standpoint for Wilson, definitely should have done better. Well, she's still losing morale, unfortunately. Man, I just wish she would get this up. Come on, girl. Get that nurse, and then you'd start doing better. I mean, seriously. All right, well, there's our save, and that's going to be our episode. So we'll go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, hopefully we can get those brakes in, and hopefully that makes a huge difference. We'll see. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.